Welcome to Atlanta Tarot. This is the tarot forecast for Sagittarius for the month of October 2021. So we're in the sign of Libra and the element is air. So it's all about the scales of justice, the balance. Let's see what you have to try and balance, Sag, this next 4 weeks. So today's the 26th September. Energy is don't give your personal power away to anybody. And it is in fact a card for the Gemini people. So it's about saying no instead of yes all the time. And that's hard to do because we like to please. However, this month is not, or this 4 weeks is not the time to be giving your power away, and you know, it's self-explanatory. Okay, so let's see what's happening. Work. Good body of work this year, have worked hard. Look at that beautiful image. You have created that. So that's your baby, in effect, of what the body of work for this year. Nice field of sunflowers has been created. It's taken a lot to do that. So in terms of your work ethic and day-to-day living ethic, really quite a good year for you despite all the trials and tribulations. You should stand back and look at the positives. Let's see what's influenced that to happen. The Ace of Wands, the perfect, fabulous Ace of Wands. Lots of good energy been here, and a lot of energy this month too. Just remembering, Sag, though, don't give your power away, because the Ace of Wands is a new beginning, but it also, it's fertility for the younger ones. So just, you know, be aware of that. Abundance of fertility and abundance of energy to do whatever it is you want to do. It's a good time to get things going because you've got a store of energy there that's perfect. It's a Wands card too, so that is your suit of fire. So it's action. It's things on the move, especially with work or any new beginnings, any new ideas you've got that you want to make into, you want to convert into reality. Just get on with it this month. This is the month too, or the 4 weeks to be doing that. Let's have a look at the background. So the background is August, September, what was manifesting itself and still holds power for you now is the King of Coins. So that really, he is a great card to have because he's sort of the power broker. He is the ultimate in getting things done and making things happen, but it does take a while. He's like an architect. It takes a lot of detail, a lot of energy to get where you want to be. It's not just a click of your fingers and it's done. It's very much a long, slow haul, but he's sort of there to say to you, well, you've done a really good job. You're blessed in a way because you've kind of gone through all the hard bits. And he's such a great mentor, so it's nice to have this. Here's a character card, so if this is somebody, male figure mainly, that you look upon as a mentor, it's one of the best, most positive cards you can have. It's the King of Coins. And coins obviously is the money, it's stability, it's being earthed. So whatever's going to happen, it's going to work well for you. So just focus. Okay, recent influences. We have the Six of Coins. So very balanced, as I said. Balanced energy here. Hard work, putting in a lot. Equal measure. Putting in and getting out is very equal with the Six of Coins. It sort of epitomizes in a way that things are very balanced, and in the time of Libra we want balance, as I said, the scales of justice. So a good time to be using what you've got in order to get, and you've got energy, and you've got, by the looks of it, you've got the cash or the wherewithal, the finance and the ability to do whatever it is. So don't be giving your personal power away by any stance. So let's see the lesson you'll be learning. Smooth sailing. Yeah, it's been a rough year for a lot of people in the world. And now we're coming to the sort of pointy end. We're almost in month 10. A lot of trials this year, but getting through. Smooth sailing is coming. Balance once again, another 6 Sag. So really good, very nicely balanced this year, even though it's been troublesome for a lot of people. They've still, Sagittarians particularly, have just managed to sort of see it for what it is and get the best out of what it has been. Near future. And then comes the Tower, comes in and gets rid of all the things that no longer work for us. It's changing our whole mindset and to getting rid of old rubble and converting that into new, anything new, where you feel like, okay, it's not working for me anymore, so I'm going to do something different. The Tower's very powerful as well, even though it does look a bit daunting. It's just a signal and a sign of the times to say, get rid of the old and implement the new. It's time. What's happening that you're not realising? And you've got the money there to do with the Ace of Coins. Once again, Sagittarius, there's money, there's finance available for whatever it is you want to do, a new beginning. So I'm guessing this is something business or along those lines. New projects coming up, and it's sort of saying, well, don't sort of beg your way out of it by saying you don't have enough finance. But you, in fact you do, and it's hidden down, stuck down there in the hidden position, but it's excellent. So really looking very, very promising. Let's see how others see you. And we have the Page of Coins. So new beginnings are definitely where you should be. It's screaming for you to start these new projects. This is going to be a seed that grows into a massive tree. But it's earth energy. It's going to do really well. The more you nurture it, water it, feed it, the higher and the bigger it will grow. So it's a green light, Sag, for whatever it is that you're manifesting there in terms of work, business, and your own self-worth. Just go for it. You've got all the great cards and the earthy cards to say, well, it's time. Okay, what you're feeling positive about. The Fool, new beginnings, new adventures, just jump off the cliff. It's going to be great. You've got a parachute. You're going to get it. Whatever happens, it's a new beginning. There's always risk involved, as we know, but this is sort of saying, and you know you want to do it, so just make it happen. Okay, Sag, well, looks amazing. The outcome. And the High Priestess, and so very highly intuitive, keeping a lot of things to yourself, obviously, not really spruiking from the rooftops just yet with the High Priestess. This is looking like February, March is going to be the time when whatever this project is will be ready to be presented to the world itself. It's very much keeping your own counsel too. It's whatever you're embarking on is very much an intuitive journey. So it's all about feeling, how you feel about something with the High Priestess. And so she just comes in and says, oh, you know, this is great, but it will be probably February, March when it's all ready, you know. So there's always a bit of time to sort of really fine-hone the details. Keep things to yourself. It's an amazing card to end up with, especially on a positive note, because it's just saying you've kind of intuited all this stuff. You know, it's something you know you want to do, and it's going to work out well, and you can just feel it. How amazing. Let's just have a look what's under the surface of this Tower card, because that's the only card that may look a bit sort of Let's see what's under the surface, Sag. Strength. Wow. So a lot of self-awareness and being aware of everything around you rather than just, you know, strength is a really strong card, but it's about the biggest message about strength is being aware of how you project yourselves to others, being very mindful, not being too boastful, not being too egotistic, just being measured. So it means a lot. It's I call this the Father card, but it's also about just really understanding the effect that we have on other people. We might think it's funny, or we might think we're really great, or whatever, but it's also sort of really paring that back and just being very self-aware. It's a great card to have, actually. Especially these days, people need to be very aware of what they're saying and doing, and how that impacts on other people, because sometimes we don't realise. Okay, the message is compassion. Our task must be to free ourselves from this prison by widening our circle of compassion to embrace all living creatures and the whole of the universe. So it's about, and it's about really sort of being aware, self-aware, and having compassion for people. And I know there's big divisions at the moment, but you've got to sort of really sit there and think, well, everyone's entitled to what their own reality and their own opinion, without getting too negative about it. And it's just more or less about compassion, isn't it? Well, Sag, good luck. I think it's a great year, just great 4 weeks, but just mind your the energy don't give your personal power away. So thank you very much for listening.